Welcome back. Today, y'all are in for a treat. I'm going to cover the first F of the South, and it's something that's as important to y'all as it is to us. Y'all like to eat, right? Well, that wouldn't be possible without farming, and that's something that rural Georgia has plenty of. They may call us the peach state, but we got a lot more to offer than just peaches.
I got the baby last Friday. Its mama was trying to give birth that Thursday. So I was bottle feeding that baby calf because its mama died when delivering its twin. I've been bottle feeding calves since I was a little girl. Daddy's always, got me a few every year. I have some grass feeders who they eat grass. I feed them and I water them every day. I love raising cows. I don't know if it'd be like my profession or anything, but it was something to do.
We used to have cows a long time ago, but they started getting out a lot. But just recently we got some more. Ours just kind of graze. I want to do like what's called like grass-fed beef, which is supposed to be healthier. Cows are usually like grown up like here, but then like towards the later stages of their life, they're sent out west to where they're kind of fed out on feedlots. Our cows, as you can see, they live a nice little life, roaming around the pastures and drinking out of the ponds. Average day, if I was like a full-time worker, wake up 8 o'clock, go down, weigh out feed for the chickens. About 9 o'clock, you have to walk down the chicken houses, get up all the eggs, put them in the nest if they're on the floor. Then we put them in like call it a flat. It's basically just like a big piece of plastic with little slots for all the eggs. We put those in a big buggy. Then we put those into our egg room.
About 3 days, you feed them. You try to walk them every day. You water them.
So why do you have hogs?
To show them. To walk around the ring and show them off to a judge. So you can show cows, calves, sheep, goats, and hogs, and that's it. In October, you got the National Fair, and that's the fun time. And in February, it's just livestock shows, and you just have fun. And
how do you get them ready for a show?
You wash them, you clip them. With clipping them means you shave them, because they do have body hair, and you got to shave body in their face. Put hairspray on them to make them sparkle, and you just wash them, clean them up real good. Told you they're stronger.
I got a planter that goes on my tractor. I take the tractor and put it in the ground when the weather gets dry enough, or whenever the cold weather gets over in the spring. The earlier you can plant it, the better it'll do. Because this dry weather, it just don't work. The white field corn right here, we plant that for cornbread, cornmeal, and grit. And then we got beans, okra, butter beans, lima beans, sweet corn, and we got field peas now. If you plant your corn on a full moon, then it tries to make it to the moon. But plant your corn on the darkened moon. That's the biggest thing I worry about. Most of the time, I just plant it whenever I'm able to plant it.
I've been canning for 49 years. The first thing is gathering it out of the garden, picking it when it is ripe. Not underripe or overripe, but when it's at its peak is the best quality and the best food taste. In this pantry, this is my canning kitchen that my husband built for me. And all of this pantry is full of butter beans, pickled peaches, tomatoes, green beans, soup, peas, jellies of all sorts, pickles.
The best time to plant is in November. We eventually harvest our first trees about 6 years after our initial planting. And in addition to Leland cypress, I started planting blue sapphire and blue ice. And they have a real good aroma as far as the blue sapphire and blue ice. And I also planted some red cedar, North Carolina red cedar. You have to fertilize and lime, and you got to keep your pH up to a certain level, which is lime. We do that and plant in the fall of the year, and then fertilize and lime in the springtime. And then you start trimming the tree and shaping it, what kind of profile you want the tree to look like. But basically we do it to, as a family thing, as to just have fun at Christmas.
Okay, first stop, this is the Christmas tree netting. It's $2 a tree, as you see. And as kids, we used to play in these, but really what they're for is you stick the Christmas tree on this end, and it comes through and it nets the whole Christmas tree so that you can put it on top of your car and get it nicely into your house. All right, over this way you have my granddaddy's barn. This is where everybody comes to pay. This little place right here is what we call Santa Claus's house, because inside here you got well, it's kind of a mess right now, but during the season it has a little Christmas tree up, and it has a wood stove in here, so this is where we all hang out, drink hot chocolate, that kind of thing. Little bell. Okay. Then this is the Christmas tree shaker, and what that does, as my granddaddy said, you put the Christmas tree on it and it shakes out all the little bugs, all the leaves, all the extra stuff off the Christmas tree, so that you got a good looking Christmas tree. Christmas trees is not the only farm that my family owns. We also own a peach orchard. It was established in 1950, but one thing that can kill a peach or a peach tree is frost. It's our worst enemy. If we have a bad frost, if it's a really cold season, then there will be no peaches. But basically, every year he starts planting around winter and the early spring months. And then they start to bloom when the warmer seasons come into play. And we have this peach orchard. People come from Atlanta, people come from all over to get Cheeks peaches. And then behind you there's a little place where when people come they get their peaches. There's a misconception that Georgia is a peach state. That is not true. It falls in third behind California and South Carolina. We're more like the chicken state.
Georgia may not be the #1 producer of peaches in the United States, but you sure can't beat the taste of a Georgia peach. Next week, I'll be covering the second F of the South, so stay tuned. And remember, the next time you eat, wear a leather shoe, or just enjoy the local hog show, thank a farmer. I'll see y'all next week.